In this video, I'll be sharing 10 things that you need to start your Amazon business today. Hi guys, my name is Kendi. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller, and on this channel, I'm tracking my journey on to becoming a seven-figure seller, and in the process, I'm sharing with you guys tips and things that I'm learning so you guys can implement within your own business. This is gonna be a startup video if you guys are looking to get into the business for selling on Amazon through the retail arbitrage model and the online arbitrage model, which is basically the same thing, except one of them you're going to retail stores and the other one you're buying, you're sourcing online. And essentially what you're doing is finding products at a lower price that you could place onto Amazon and make a profit off of at a higher price, right? So the first thing I recommend you guys to get if you're planning to get into this business and you're serious about it would be an LLC. LLC will be different prices for each state. Currently for me in the state of Florida, I paid, I think it was about $125 to get my LLC started. And each year there's a recurring filing fee of $130 something, but in your state it might be different. All you have to do is just search how to set up an LLC in your state, and it should bring you to the website where you can apply for an LLC and see, you can check the pricing there. So that's the first thing I'd recommend you guys get if you want to get into start your Amazon business. The second thing would be a business account. In order to legitimize your LLC, you all need to have a bank account in order to collect funds from Amazon, and also an EIN. You will need an EIN from the IRS website in order to open up the business bank account. So those two go hand in hand. So as you get the EIN, you'd apply for the EIN first and then utilize the EIN to create a business account. And once you have all three of those, the LLC, business bank account, and the EIN number, you're all set. Your business is ready. You're officially a business at that point. The third thing, you're obviously going to need capital to start the business. You're going to need to spend some money on, of course, inventory. We need things to sell. Personally, I would recommend you guys start with $500 would be good to start with. But obviously, this kind of business, the reason it's so friendly to beginners is because it is such low risk in the beginning. You can start with $100, even $50, right? And just test and practice and learn. And then when you're ready to get serious, I would recommend you up your budget, because although you can source with as little as $50 or less dollars, it will take a lot longer for you to grow your money, because it does have a snowball effect aspect to it. So the smaller you start with, the longer it's going to take for you to flip and continuously flip that money to a larger amount, as opposed to if you're jumping in the game with $1,000, you're already far ahead. But of course you should, it's good to start small so you could practice and learn and make mistakes. And once you understand and have a very good foundation of what you're doing, then go ahead and try to get more money, whether that's through your regular job or if you have a credit card. The credit cards, be very careful. I would not recommend using a credit card until you start getting a good grasp of what you're doing and you're seeing what's working, right? Start with your own money to mitigate your risk, and then once you have some experience, you could start low budget, low store credit cards like Macy's, Kohl's. All those stores have store credit cards. You could apply for those. Some of those stores have good points that could help you bring down the cost on your purchasing much lower than you would without it. And then once you have, you're getting good, you're pretty good, then I would suggest, okay, maybe now you could get a business credit card or start applying for lines of credit. As you get bigger and better in understanding, you're more confident, then you can go ahead and get into bigger financing for your business. But in the beginning, it's best to start with your own money and then move on to store credit cards, and then go on into business financing, right? The next thing you're gonna need, of course, will be software to help you find products. The main software you will need for sourcing will be Keepa. Keepa is really the foundation for this business, which will help you make buying decisions on what to get, what to purchase. So with Keepa is $20 a month. Once you get Keepa, you'll use that to help you make sourcing decisions. And alongside Keepa, the next thing you'll need will be Seller Amp. Seller Amp works very good, with Keepa, using both of them. I mostly use Seller Amp for making calculations. So when I see something on sale, I can run the numbers on on Seller Amp, and it'll give me fee breakdown, so I can see what my profit will be on this product if I buy it at a certain price, right? Seller Amps has two options. The beginning option is $20 a month, which is good. I was using that option for for several months, no problems, but it has a limit on the amount of things that you can source. You can look up. I think it's 1,000 lookups per month. So Seller Amp and Keepa are the two softwares you'll need. Once you have those, you're sourcing, you have money, you're finding things, and you're getting these things shipped to your house. The next thing you'll need will of course be materials that are essential to this business. Will be a label printer. The label printer that I use is called Brother QL1110 NWB. Bought it off of Amazon a few years ago. At the time I bought it, it was about $280, but right now on Amazon it's selling for $310. They have other brands. I'm not familiar with the other brands. This is the one, my first label printer, and the only one I've ever used, so I can only recommend this one. But there might be cheaper options, but I'll just recommend doing thorough research on the capabilities, and it's best to go with a label printer that has that you're seeing a lot of videos on, because when you run into issues, you can just search the problem up, and then you'll probably be more likely to find answers to whatever problem in tutorials to help you set it up, right? Along with the label printer, of course, labels to print out labels when you get a shipment, or when you're creating a shipment to send to Amazon. You'll need the label printers with labels. The next thing you're gonna need will be boxes, multiple different sizes. You have smaller boxes. I'll put the different sizes that I use in the description below, but typically you'll need the larger boxes for doing big shipments to send to Amazon's warehouse, and also you'll need some smaller boxes in the event you're doing some FBM products and you want to ship them to the customer yourself. You'll have those boxes set aside, and you can just use those whenever you receive a FBM purchase or FBM order. You can just pack it and send it to the customer. So along with the smaller boxes, you'll want Polymailers, because some items will be a lot cheaper. Items that are under £1 will you can ship them typically through Polymailers. You can ship items such as shirts, clothing in general, and backpacks and stuff like that, little small light materials and stuff. And yeah, so that's for that. And of course, along with the boxes, tape. I don't even think I needed to add that in there, because that's like a no-brainer. Of course you're gonna need tape for that, but yeah, tape, of course. Some items you'll need to put them, like clothing materials and bundles. You'll need a Suffocation bag with which is basically a clear see-through transparent bag with a suffocation warning. That's that's just Amazon standards. You must have that if you're going to use a bag. If you're shipping clothes or certain toys that are small and stuff, you don't want to just ship them out just like plain like that. Especially clothing that could get dirty. And for bundles, you'll want to combine, like if you're selling, I got two water bottles, you'll put them into the Suffocation bag. The next thing I'm going to mention is a do not separate sticker. You're going to put those two water bottles inside of the clear through transparent Suffocation bags, and then the last thing I'm going to mention that you need is going to be do not separate stickers, which you're going to take those stickers and put it onto the Suffocation warning bag with the products in there. And then you'll put it into the box to send to Amazon, so that when Amazon receives it, they'll know that these are sold together, and do not remove them from the transparent bag and sell them as separate units, but they're a bundle. So of course you'll need that. So really, I think that's pretty much it. This is your Amazon starter pack, right? So the Amazon starter pack, this is everything, the bare minimum that you need to really start your Amazon business. One thing I'll mention also for the label printer, if you don't have the budget right now to get one, you can use a regular printer, but keep in mind the regular printer will take more time for you to print, cut out the label, take tape and stick it onto your packages. But it is an option if you're trying to save up. If you already have a printer sitting in your house already and you don't want to go spend that $300 or $200 on a label printer, you could still use a regular printer, but it just takes a little bit more time for you to cut out and tape those individual labels on the boxes, right? So once you have enough money, I would recommend getting a label printer, and that way your processes will be much smoother, much quicker, and you'll be able to streamline and be able to move along your business much quicker. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Hope you guys found value in this video. I hope I was able to shed some light. I really wanted to do this video because I've been getting a couple comments of some of you guys are actually starting out, right? And I didn't really it's crazy. I didn't really expect people to be coming or finding my video starting out, honestly, but I'm thankful that you guys are finding it, and any value that I bring to you guys, I'm happy. Like, you know, it's like it makes me feel good that I can help you guys out. So yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, you could just put a message on the questions in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And sub to the channel for more content. I plan on doing more and more content to help you guys out, and also to, you know, show you guys my journey. I don't have everything figured out. I'm just sharing with you guys what I know, what I'm learning, and I'm also open to learning. So if any of you guys are more experienced than me and know much better, if you guys see any mistakes that I'm doing, please feel free to let me know, share with me some advice. I'll greatly appreciate it, right? So without further ado, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, be easy, be breezy, and peace out.